Right now we are reflecting on the summary of entire Bhagavad Gita summary in retrospect. All important concept of Bhagavad Gita are covered in the 18th chapter, Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. Liberation through renunciation. But what to renounce, how to renounce, what is the process of renunciation? That is the main part given in this chapter. And also how to act. This is one of the best chapter to analyze action. And still people say that, there is a difference between theory and practical. 18th chapter actually discusses in detail all aspects of action. How to do action is only one part. So we will see when we take up this summary of whatever we have done, what all aspects of actions we have covered, and what are the aspects which are going to come now. Very detailed analysis of action. So let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight. Hanumanji also always sits straight in a serving position. So, greeting to all on Hanuman Janmotsava. We do not say Hanuman Jayanti because Jayanti is celebrated of one who has Anta, but Hanumanji is Chiranjeevi. So we don't say Hanuman Jayanti, we say Hanuman Janmotsava because Hanumanji is still present here and now. Anytime we call, best in action, best in devotion, best in knowledge. And because Hanumanji had three fathers, many people don't know. So he was very powerful. Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana. Here only two fathers are there. Shankarji and Parvati. Spiritual parents. Kesari and Anjani, biological parents. And then Sita Mata also calls him Janaki Suta. You are my putra only. So Sri Ramji and Sita Ji, his devotional knowledge parents, Guru. So we see Hanumanji displays more powers than Sri Ramji. Hanumanji's temples are more than Sri Ramji's temples. Anytime we invoke, Hanumanji is Chiranjeevi, always present, always available. And one of the best idol or statue what I have seen of Hanumanji is our Siddhabadi Hanumanji. Just looking at that Hanumanji itself is inspiring. So let us invoke Hanumanji's devotion, Hanumanji's seva bhav towards a higher cause, and Hanumanji's knowledge. And we draw our mind from all past experiences and our own stories. Why these Mahabharata, Ramayana stories, Pauranic stories are important so that our stories we don't remember much. We don't get entangled into our own story. Let us withdraw our mind from all future anxieties, worries, present tensions and confusions. Mind in present moment is a very potent mind for spiritual growth. Unattached, cheerful, peaceful. A clear intellect, cheerful mind, and a still body is the sadhana what we have to do for recognizing our own real nature. So let us invoke God's grace, and today specifically Sri Hanumanji's grace, Sri Ramji's grace, And in Chinmay Mission, we have a very beautiful parampara. Gurudev, Shiva Bhakta, Guruji, Ram Bhakta, and current Chinmay Mission head Swarupananji Hanuman Bhakta. They are displaying that. So let us chant loudly together so that all lingering thoughts vanish and Guru Parampara's blessings flow through us to the world around us. Om. Om.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganaati Sevitam Kavittajambhupalasaravakšitam Umasutam Shokavinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwarapada-pankajam Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir-bhavatu me sada Akhanda-mandalakaram Vyaptam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurudeva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Savaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Yapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Sadashiva-samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. Shruti-smriti-purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-pada Shankaram Loka-shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra-bhashya-kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Samasta-jana-kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma-vidvaram. Vasudeva-sutam Devam Kamsa-chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Hari Om.
Hari Om to all. Thank you, Lata Rajshekhar-ji. So we are doing chapter-wise summary and we are on the 18th chapter, Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. Liberation through renunciation. Liberation from what? Liberation from Shoka Moha Bhaya. All the time there is some fear, some anxiety, and I am having delusion that I am this body, mind, intellect. And then when I have this body, mind, intellect, deha, brut, then there will be desire, so there will be anger associated with it. Very, very important chapter, because we are not trained to let go things, to renounce. There is a difference between renunciation and abandonment. Bhagavan is not telling to abandon the situation, but renounce certain things and face the situation. So in whatever situation we are right now placed, that is the best situation for our growth. Point number one. Accepting that situation as it is. Point number two. In that situation, do your duty. How to know what is my duty? Ask. Find out. It is already given in 18th chapter. The tools, the references are given. How to find out what is your duty in that situation. How to do the duty? Joyously. Without any attachment, insistence, resistance to the result. So, the level of renunciation, this is the main point in 18th chapter. That Bhagavan is telling that face the situation, that is the war, and then fight. That is the sattvic duty, sattvic tyaga, what you will do. But with sattvic tyaga, do the action with sattvic tyaga. So level number one, I must practice renunciation of attachment, anxiety, insistence, resistance to the result of the action. Not the result only I want to abandon. I can enjoy the result, but I am not attached to it. Renouncing is not very easy, because all the time I always think that what am I getting in this situation? What am I giving? What am I giving up? Even after getting up in the morning, I have to renounce something what is not needed for my body in the toilet. If that is not happening, then again my whole day goes problematic, especially when people are going to go for travel. Major thought in their mind is that toilet, proper toilet. So there also we can't enjoy. So very important point. Unless we give up, we can't enjoy. Level number two, once I fairly practice this, anxiety, insistence, resistance, attachment. 4 words are important for the result, for the fruit of action. If it comes, enjoy. If I don't come, it is okay. Very, very important. Second level, renounce or drop like dislikes, kamya karma. Too much like dislike is a problematic thing in life. Some people are very very insistent and fussy about the taste of food what they eat. It is not about health, but little bit salt here and there, little bit less, what do you call, not so tasty as per my standards. Filter coffee has to be like filter coffee only. Suppose it is slightly like this, I can't enjoy only. Not that I must drink, but sometimes I must check what is my level of, enjoyment. It is okay. And in the hotel only, they will criticize in front of the food which somebody else is eating. This is very tikha, this is very tikha. But other person is enjoying tikha food. No, what is your problem? In front of food only, we should not talk bad about food. In front of another person, we must not talk bad about another person. Because somebody might be enjoying that person's presence. You might not be enjoying. So second level is not very easy to give up like dislikes, kamya karma. Like I remember Guruji telling in one brahmachari course to children who had joined there, that, in your home, you would be using Colgate. Here you might get meswak. Your day only starts with, no, I only am very used to my Colgate toothpaste. If I don't get that Colgate toothpaste, then there is a problem. Morning itself starts with the problem. So second level is giving up kamya karma and then focusing on niyata karma only. But that joyously, doing it joyously. And the third level, who is giving up? I give up. Who likes? I like. Who is happy? I am happy. Who is unhappy? I am unhappy. Who is bonded? I am bonded. Who wants to liberate? I want to liberate. Who is this I? That is the third level of giving up. I give up the doer only. So first level is karma sannyas. Second level is vidvat vividisha sannyas. Third is vidvat sannyas. And then Bhagavan gave second important point. Till now we have covered. These are very, very critical points to day practical things to implement. And the second thing what Bhagavan has covered is that what is a very important significance of Sattvic Tyaga. Sattvic Tyaga means giving up anxiety, attachment, insistence, resistance to the fruit of action is Sattvic Tyaga. Giving up doership is Sattvic Tyaga. Giving up like dislikes is Sattvic Tyaga. So practice Sattvic Tyaga is sailing. So what is Rajasic Tyaga? Rajasic Tyaga is giving up duty out of imagining fear and trouble. No, I don't want to get committed. I don't want to do this because there will be so much of work I have to do. I don't want to become healthy because I have to go and do exercise. Who will go for a walk? So instead of it is better to eat and become unhealthy. And tamasic means out of ignorance I am not doing duty. So Rajasic and tamasic tyaga means I am actually doing tyaga of my duty only. What is supposed to be done, I am not doing. Then there will be unhappiness, there will be ill health, there will be relationship problem, there will be failure because I am not doing duty. So the entire significance Bhagavan is keeping on one important point, which I must write down. Those who are writing down, those who are not writing down, remember and ponder because the entire chapter Bhagavan is giving logic on this point. What is that? You practice Sattvic Tyaga. He is telling Arjuna. In your war is a situation for you to practice Sattvic Tyaga. And with that Sattvic Tyaga, you fight the war. Why? Because if you practice it this way, then now Bhagavan is getting into very interesting discussion that what are the reactions of actions? There are three reactions of the action, whatever we do. And suppose you practice this Sattvic Tyaga, then these reactions will not be impacting you. Otherwise, these reactions constantly impact us. We say something, then we start feeling guilty. We say something and then we start feeling bad. We say something, then we start feeling very good for some time. Then again something happens, we start feeling bad. So Bhagavan is giving a very clear analysis that what are the possible outcomes, reactions of every action, every interaction. Reaction is more important than action. How? We will see. So dear Arjun, do not run away from the war. For us, do not run away from the situation. Do not think anytime that this is a situation because of which my spiritual growth is going down. Because actions are inevitable to one who is identified with BMI. That is a point we took in the last session. That one who is Dehabhrut, identified with body, mind, intellect, troubled with chappal lost in temple, little food not there as per my liking in the hotel, then I get disturbed very much. Then I am Dehabhrut. What is the equation between action and result? Action is always in the present moment, result is always in the future. So that important verse in the second chapter, Karmanyeva adhikaraste, I have only adhikar, control, only on action because result will come on in the future. Bhagavan has given us only one adhikar. What is action? What is the definition of action? Projection of willful desire in the outside world. And Bhagavan is telling this desire must be noble. Where there is well-being of all, then that action is the highest. What is the cycle of action? Vasana at the causal level, desire at the subtle level, desire will lead to thought, thought will lead to action, action will lead to result, and that result is the impression left over in my mind. That is very, very important. After every action, what is the result? One is the result, what is outside, that I am successful, I am having car, I am having bungalow, I am having this. But many people are having lot of wealth and lot of well-being, they travel world over. But the moment they open their mouth, we understand that the inner result is not very, very conducive, not very positive. They will talk all negative things, perceive only negative results, and talk only about what is bad in the world. But why God created suffering in the world? But God created this world. The nature of the world is pair of opposites. There is nothing in this world which is absolute, because it has to be pair of opposite. Where there is good, there is bad. Where there is black, there is white. Where there is happiness, there is sadness. Where there is anger, there is love. There is nothing in this world which is not made of pair of opposites. But my attention is on the bad things, negative things. So what is the cycle also we have saw? So all these things we must remember in action. When we do the summary of this chapter, I must remember all points of the action covered. What is the main principle of action? Actor and action. What are the different types of actions? What are the different types of results? What is the cause of action? What is the result of action? After reading this, nobody can say, no, Bhagavad Gita is impractical theory. It is practical. We also don't think about our own actions. So, there are three things very, very important. The result of action depends upon three things. Purpose of motive. What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? Why am I eating food? No, I am eating to enjoy. Then there is a problem. I am eating for creating health. Why I want to get married? No, just because I need a companion. And in life I get bored. Then I got graduated. And then I got some earnings. So nokri, then chokri. And there was social pressure, parental pressure. So I got married. But it cannot be the higher motive. Why am I working? Why I got married? Why am I living? Why am I eating? Why am I creating relationships? So motive is very, very important. What is the desire? What is the motive? All these are questions to ask oneself and reflect. Bhagavad Gita will give answers. Then second, when the motive is clear and intense, then the action will be always forceful, passionate, with love. Not that some people do lot of work, morning to evening. But they are like, I'm doing because there is a burden, there is boredom, there is no life in that. Many times we meet people, they are doing. Not that they are not doing cooking, they are not going to work, they are going to work, they are going here and there, but always dull, always doing action as if, it's a bore. Now they are forced to do that action. Even they go for a picnic also, they will talk 10 years back what happened and, this happened yesterday. They are not enjoying the picnic. So this is a picnic only. Bhagavan has given, okay, you have come for picnic for 80, 90 years. Enjoy, I am giving you this entire planet with 5 senses and innumerable objects, sightseeing places. Enjoy. You are on a picnic. No, but this, that. And balance of the actor after the result is received. How much equanimous I am. So we saw this is the core of karma. Before action, seva bhav. What is the motive? Seva. While doing action, prema bhav, love. And after doing action, prasada bhav, accepting what it is graciously. And what are the two types of result? This is very, 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 very important. Because I always see about the outer result, what I am getting in outside world. But what is my inner evolution? What is my inner growth? After living for 60, 65 years, going to school, college, getting married, 2 children, grandchildren, having a house, car, going to 25, 30 countries, abroad travel, what is the evolution of my mind? Is it become more angry, more frustrated, more irritated, more worried, more sad, more depressed, or it has become more lively, more loving, more compassionate, more detached? Very important point to ask. And then in Sanskrit, there is a word called as Vruddha. Vruddha means senior citizen. That Vruddha word has come from Vruddhi, growth. Only one, a person who has grown in life after lot of experiences is called as Vruddha. And the second is gross outer, material results. So we only check, this person is not a successful. Why? No, the person didn't get married, no children, no job. But inside the person may be very happy, very knowledgeable. From outside, we can see the person is having lot of material comforts, but inside the person is very stingy, conjuice, not even enjoying. Now Bhagavan says that why this sattvic tyaga we must practice, because for every action there are three possibilities of reaction. Every moment it is happening. I think one of the best analysis of action is done in detail. So many pointers are going to come. We might be thinking, oh, now it is over now. Bhagavan is taking one by one because Arjuna has asked, give me pruthak in detail. So, Anishtam, Ishtam, Mishram, cha Trividham, Karmanam, Phalam. So, there are three. Anishtam, Ishtam, Mishram. For every action, there are three reactions possible. What are those? For a Dehabrut, for one who is identified with body, mind, intellect. What are those? Pleasant, Ishtam. Whatever I do actions, I get pleasant results. Immediately I feel happy. This is called as heaven, because in heaven all desirable pleasant things are there. I go to restaurant, I get whatever exactly the taste what I want. I go in a society, I get all people who are of my liking. I get spouse of my liking, parents of my liking, children of my liking, food of my liking. If I go to work may all work is my liking, boss is of my liking, all subordinates, all everything is of my liking. This is called as heaven. Country of my liking, body as I want of my liking. No, next birth I want to become a man. Some man would think next birth I would want to become a woman. No, next birth I want to be born in America. No, actually America, no, actually now better country is Australia. So Australia I would like to take birth. And then what kind of parents? The parents must be like this. Then I should get one sister, one brother. No, actually no brother. There is a problem if there are two brothers. So only one brother, one sister. Then what? Then, this kind of school I would like to go. The kind of school I went to, municipality school. I want to go in international school. All this. All pleasant. This is called as heaven. Then Anishtam, undesirable, unpleasant, bad. This is termed as hell. When I go to restaurant, I don't get the food what I want. When I get out, I don't get auto properly on time. The Uber doesn't come on time. Then I might dress what I stitch. 10 times I have to go because the tailor is not good. Then the relationship, the spouse I don't like, children I don't like, they are not up to my liking. They are there, but not up to my liking. No, I would have loved to have a son like this, daughter like this, spouse like this, relatives like this, in-laws. In-laws must be like this. Big list. Caring, humorous, handsome, lovable, compassionate, wealthy, tall, dark, handsome, this, that, all. And then I don't get what I want. So it is called as hell. And very important point. Mishram means bhulok, 50-50 biscuit. You know, there was a 50-50 biscuit of parle. Khatta mitha. Little khatta, little mitta. This is bhulok. This is earth. In our life here on the earth, there will be mishra result. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sad mixture. You know, in that Chembur, there is a Jain shop next to the temple. There we get bundi and there we get mixture. So I learned there is a interesting dish because our neighbors were, Gujarati, those are the Jain Gujarati. So they one day gave me this mixture, bundi plus this mixture, khatta meetha, both. It is very tasty. 50-50 biscuit. So this is bhulok. So very, very important point to note that here we will not get ishtam or anishtam. We will get mishra. Mishra result. So very interesting analysis that suppose I see from morning to evening, some people are always in bad mood because they always think they are getting anishtam result. Some people are in very good mood because they think they are getting. But very important point what Bhagwan is saying that what is the significance of here for a sattvic tyagi who has not given up body, mind, intellect. These three results will be always there. I must not get so worried about these three. Sometimes it will be pleasant, sometimes it will be unpleasant, sometimes it will be mixed, sometimes it will be neutral. So I must not get too elated with when I get pleasant result. I must not get too depressed when I don't get, and when I should not crib and complain. No, it should have been like this. It is there, but after but there is a long discussion. But for a sannyasi who has given up the doership, these three are not applicable because the person is not expecting anything from the outside world. Not expecting anything. Because the person knows that this world is not having happiness because Atmanneva Atmana Tushta. Real happiness is in my own self, which I am abiding into. So Lord's recommendation, as we are doing summary, the summary is very important. First, practice karma sannyas. Karma sannyas means let go insistence, resistance, attachment to the result of action. What will happen? Purity of mind. Peace will be there. I will always be peaceful. Then take Vividisha Sannyas. Vividisha Sannyas means now with pure mind, with less distraction, I do Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam. Right now, when I am listening to this, one hand is looking into WhatsApp, one hand is doing some cooking, one hand somebody is walking, somebody is sleeping, reading, talking. So distracted mind. So what will happen? Concentration of the mind. And then I take Vidvat Sannyas where transcendence of the mind. So there are three levels. And what will happen? I will recognize my own self as pure existence, pure consciousness, infinite bliss. Recognizing. Yeah, that I understood. Now there are three results. But then how this action happens? How my action is happening? Who is doing it? Very interesting. Why Lord is taking this analysis? Because Arjun had given in the first chapter that Bhagavan, I will do action, then I will incur papa, and then I will go to hell. I don't want to do fighting. I don't want to kill. Now Bhagavan is asking that, my dear Arjun, who is doing the action? No, I am cooking, I am working, I am taking bath, I am doing work in society, I am this, I am this. Bhagavan is now doing an analysis where we will understand that actually who is doing the action. I think that I am only living this life, but here Bhagavan is going to take a detailed analysis to ask that fundamental question that who is doing the action. From morning to evening, you say, I am acting and I am working and I am doing this. I am getting up, sleeping, cooking, working, doing this. Who is doing? And then, suppose I understand this, what will be the benefit? I will have freedom from action. freedom in action. While performing action itself, how can I be free from its results and impression is Karma Yoga. If I am not clear about this, then vasanas will be formed. Birds fly in sky without a trace, but we all walk with lot of traces left on the sand and the mud. What is that sand and mud? My own mind, my own conscience, where the impressions are left. Because all of us are having lots of impression. Last 4 times this person came late. So I have impression about this person. 5th time also the person will come late. A person who has worked with 3 bad bosses goes and works with the 4th company. His impression is all bosses are bad. A person who has not worked in his life or her life relationship, have not worked in family, got bad in-laws, then all the time all in-laws are bad, all spouses are bad, all children are like this. Today's generation is like this because how much I am thinking only 4 or 5 children. So Bhagavan is telling very, very importantly now, when this comes, you have to pay more attention. Listen and learn from me, O mighty Arjun. What? Don't take this topic lightly. Pachaitani Mahabhavo Karanani Nibodhame. There are 5 factors which come together for action to happen. Don't think that, I'm just getting up and doing action, brushing and, taking bath and cooking and working and I got married and this is my action. There are 5 factors has to come together. 5 engagers of action. And then we will realize that how much contribution I have. And in that understanding, my ego will dissolve. So what are the 5 factors of accomplishing an action? This talking also is an action. Listening is an action. So what are the 5? Adhishthana, Karta, Karanam, Cheshta and Daivam. 5 factors has to come together, then action will happen. But I never thought. For me, action is just get up, eat something, go there, see WhatsApp, look into YouTube. But no. There are 5 factors has to come together. Then only action can happen through me. So what are the 5 factors? Adhishthana, Karta, Karanam, Cheshta, Daivam. 5 factors. Now, what are these? We have to see. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthakvadam. So I am going to give you in detail. In every action, above 5 are involved. Coordinated effort of all 5. I never thought all these things are happening when I am doing a simple action. Even I have to lift this hand from ear to ear. All these 5 factors are coming into play. So first factor, adhishthana, that is the seat. The ashraya of every action is body. So adhishthana means body. The body is the locus, substratum of all action. Without body, no action. Even the Atma or consciousness requires a body to act, because Atma or consciousness cannot act on its own. So through the body all actions happen. That is the window. Like in a bank, when we go to a bank, there are windows and in that there are glasses. So there are counters, cash counter, check counter, loan counter. And so these are, but the manager is sitting inside. The computer is inside. The back end office is behind. There is a front office. Then there is a back end office. Then there is a manager. And then there is one boss sitting in the head office. So this is the stimuli, response point with the world. Interaction with the world happens with the body. So Bhagavan created this world and he created the body, the 5 senses, you interact. Interact with what? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha. 5 factors are there, 5 senses are there. Simple. Cheshta, activities of different prithak pranas. But this body is controlled and regulated by these pranas. So cheshta, what are these? Pancha prana, physiological activities to keep us alive. Prana, respiration. Apana, excretion. Vyana, circulation. Udana, reverse. And samana, for digestion. All these are controlled by prana. So we have to do pranayam every day. So at this moment, please take a deep, slow breath. Exhale through mouth. The moment I take a deep breath, the brain will realize the parasympathetic nervous system will be in operation because it realizes the brain thinks or feels that now everything is okay. Very important point. When I am breathing hyper, then the brain thinks there is some problem. So brain overreacts. So I must, those who are spiritual seekers, those who want to study Shastra, those who want to meditate, those who want to do japa, puja, they must do some breathing practice because all these things are, the results are excellent when my brain, mind and body is relaxed. And how to relax it? Take a deep, slow, conscious breath. And that's the reason people do Anulom Vilom, where all these 5 are regulated. Pancha Prana, because these control important aspects in our body. Third one, Karnam. Karnam means instrument. What are the instruments? No, but you told about body that falls in the Adhishtan. No, that is sense organ. Organs of action. But Karnam means the inner power. For example, somebody now after certain age, I am not able to see properly. I am not able to see properly. So what has gone wrong? Adhishtan has gone wrong. Body has gone wrong. So what I do? No, I go to a, what do you call? A person who checks the eyes. And then the person, doctor says, you have got cataract. At the Adhishtan level, please note this. And the doctor removes the cataract and the power of seeing comes. So that power of seeing was always there. So right now also I have the power of seeing. I have the power of moving the hand. I have the power of walking. I have the power of running. No, but I cannot run now. No. So we have to do analyze properly. The power is there. Now the Adhishtan body is not working properly. The power can come back. Mind power, intellect power, memory power is the Karnam. Power is mentioned here. What is the fourth one? Karta. This is where the whole challenge is happening. Karta. Who is the executor? Who is the individuality? Who is the Ahankar? Ego. I say, no, I do. No, you are not doing. Who is this I? I is only one factor. Hari Om, please note this. I is only one factor of no. I get up, I was born, I went to school, I went to college, I got married, I got 2 children, now grandchildren, now I'm eating, now I'm cooking, now I'm old. The I has no age. That is only I notion. For action to happen, all these 4 and the 5th one Bhagavan has given. So who is this I? I am sitting, I am feeling, I am thinking, I am bonded, now I want to liberate. I am impure, I am unhappy, I will be happy. So that is the karta, doer. This is the main point Bhagavan wants to tell in this. Karta cannot do all actions on his own. And what is the 5th one? Daivam. Daivam means presiding deity. That is not in our action, our hand. I may have these all 4, but the 5th Bhagavan has kept in his own control. Like who does the digestion? I don't know how digestion happens. I don't know how the circulation is happening. I don't know when I go to sleep, my heart is beating, brain is functioning, central nervous system is functioning. So Daivam. Cosmic factors are involved in doing one action. I think, no, but I am doing, everything I am doing. I am so bad. This is very, very important why we are repeating, because this I only creates this problem. We are connected with cosmos intimately. This enables, bless, energize, watch all functions. So we worship all these five elements: fire, space, earth. Daivam keeps registering, pack and unpack with pranas. Daivam only decides, ki, okay, now this Adhishtan body is old. Now let us withdraw the pranas. It gives instruction to Udana. Then Udana goes out of body, body drops. And we say, Arey, mar gaya, mar gaya. Now he was there, now he was talking, gaya, gaya, gaya. Kaam pe lago. So who does that? All this Daivam. And in our Shastra, fire is the courier between us and the next birth. So we burn the body in the fire, because that is a courier service. So power of vision is the cosmic devata is fire. Power of hearing, space. Power of taste, water. Power of touch, wind. And power of smell, earth. Not earth. Water. So these five elements are responsible, because finally even the science has said that this body is made up of these five elements. So they control. So we say, my eyes are burning, because fire is the entity which is controlling. Without liquid, the taste cannot be properly, enjoyed. But what is a $1 trillion question? Not only $1 million. $1 trillion question is that who am I? Am I Adhishtan? Am I Cheshta? Am I Karanam? Am I Karta, or am I Daivam? No, I am not body. I can clearly understand. I am not prana also, because I can observe it. I am not the instrument, because I can know what is happening in the instrument. I am not the Daivam, definitely, because the observer cannot be the observed, the knower cannot be the known, the witnesser cannot be the witnessed, the experiencer cannot be the experienced. So who am I, Karta? Who is the Karta? Now this is where the whole point Bhagavan wants to tell Arjun, that Arjun, you fight. Don't think you are the Karta. I am the Karta in all. Don't think only you are only going to kill and you are going to win and you are going to get Papa Punna. I am only there. So let us take an analogy which Gurudev has given in his commentary on this verses. What is the analogy? Train analogy. Who is driving the train? No. The driver is driving, but a driver cannot drive with the compartment. So the body is the compartment. The ego is the driver who decides the destination. For every train, there is a driver sitting in the front. The organs of perception is the engine. The organs of actions and pranas is the buttons or the gears what the driver presses. And the five element forces are the natural forces. But then, very important point, all these things cannot run on its own. There has to be petrol. So, Lord Krishna is telling Arjun that you have a body, you will fight and you will win the war, you will have Papa Pinda. Now think from this perspective, that basically you are Atma, you are the petrol. Petrol has no inclination, no interest where the train is going. Actionless, choiceless petrol. So, Bhagavan concludes this topic by saying that whatever actions you do, These five are the causes through body, speech, mind. Please remember it. And who are the ignorant? They were therefore they think that I am only the doer without taking this five into consideration. And then I suffer. I say I'm not a good person. He is a bad person. See that person. He is so bad person. I am a spiritual person. He is a material person. All this shows about ignorance. Who is a wise person? Those who are free from ego of being doing doer. I know I am not the doer. Because all these five has to come together to have an action. So in the Ox movie, there was a dialogue. कोई मारता नहीं, कोई मरता नहीं. मैं नहीं कहता, गीता ने कहा है. And he kills him. कोई मरता नहीं, कोई मारता नहीं. मैं नहीं कहता. गीता कहते हैं. So that villain says and then kills him, shoots him. So where they will use Gita dialogue, we do not know. And so Bhagavan is telling, don't think that you are going to kill and they are going to get killed. So now Arjun is a warrior. He is a mighty warrior. He says, yeah, I want to become a wise person. I am. Now my ignorance is slowly going. What you're talking about, all these challenges I had mentioned in chapter number 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Till now I was thinking that no, and all the time I'm interested in my story, my action, what I did. I did here, I went to Kumbh, then I went to Kashi, then I went there, then I did this, and I did this. Who is doing all these things? So when I understand these five factors of actions, then I realize that Bhagavan only is doing this. And Atma is illumining this. No, but what is the motivation of all action now? Bhagavan is going to take up. What are the three motivating factors? And Bhagavan is going to take in detail of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas of each. Now, so we have got five. Now, three are going to come, which will be cause of the motivating forces of every action. And then Sattva, Rajas, Tamas of that. So we can imagine how detailed analysis Bhagavan is doing of action and telling Arjun. So those who are writing and making notes, they must write down they must make a topic called as action. And then on that paper, in that book, they have to write down what is action, what is the equation between action and result, what is the cause of action, what is the result of action, what are the two types of results of action, what are the 6 types of actions, then what are the 3 reactions, then what are the motivating force behind the action, what are the 5 factors which constitute the actions, through what action happens, and then sattva, rajas, tamas of action. So this is how I summarize, and then I see when I do action, all these things when I ponder, all these things will come in my day-to-day action when I'm doing. Action is not only body level, I'm talking about action at feeling level and thinking level also. That is also an action. So this is a wonderful topic which I need to ponder, because Bhagavan says that it is very easy to understand God, Brahma, Maya. It is not very easy to understand karma. God, very easy, very simple. Karma. What karma I am doing and how I must do karma and what are the various aspects of karma. So we saw so many factors which we'll summarize once the chapter is over. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much.